While specialty food manufacturers, distributors, and retailers may disagree on what the most influential product claims are currently, they all concur that over the next 3 years, products with local claims will grow the most. That's one of the findings from the NASFT's 2012 State of the Industry report, as reported by the Food Institute. Surveyed retailers who are on the front lines with consumers are the most ardent in their position, with 2/3 expecting local claims to grow the most over the next 3 years, and nearly 3/4 saying local claims interest consumers the most right now. Besides helping the little guy, consumers are increasingly buying local foods because they perceive its quality to be higher, according to Consumer Understanding of Buying Local, a webinar hosted by the Food Institute and the Hartman Group back in 2008, but which is still pertinent to the local food movement today. Meanwhile, consumer perceptions of what defines local remains largely varied. Some define it as a specific taste, others view it as a region or a small producer. A recording of Consumer Understanding of Buying Local is available to order at foodinstitute.com. Where private label is headed, that story when the Lempert Report continues.
ConAgra Foods. With brands like these, we can't help but smile. ConAgra Foods. Food you love.
Julie Gallagher, editor at Supermarket News, reports that private labels aren't as heavily discounted as they once were, but consumers are buying more of them. Retailers polled for Supermarket News' 9th annual survey of center store performance acknowledged that store brand price increases are outpacing those of national brands, with nearly half agreeing that the price gap has narrowed within the past 12 months. One retailer attributes the change to aggressive manufacturer spending to protect share. But on the store brand side, price increases are indicative of improved quality. Over 11% of retailers said that at least one of its private label products is the most expensive item in its category, with one noting that heavily promoted national brands sometimes undercut corporate brands with temporary price reductions. Despite the shrinking price differential, 73% of retailers related that private labels make up a larger portion of consumer shopping baskets versus this time last year, while 25% say they make up the same portion. More than 1/3 of private brand marketers will add new product innovations to their portfolios within the next year, followed by natural and organics at 30%, ethnic offerings 25%, and healthy reformulations at 23%. Now, nearly 1 in 10 will get into an entirely new private label category. The majority of supermarkets, almost 9 out of 10, will rely on marketing tactics like traditional advertising to promote private labels within the next year, while just over 1/4 will host Facebook contests. Among the social media sites at their disposal, half of the retailers agree that Facebook has been the most effective for promoting center store. Supermarket News Center Store Survey was conducted April 30th through May 21st of this year. For the complete report, just log on to supermarketnews.com. The Lempert Report uploads right here 3 times a week with the information you need to stay ahead of the trends. For more, just visit thelempertreport.com.